Hi everyone, welcome to the first in a series of interviews that I'll be conducting with the WeBuild Non-Executive Chair, John Pelfreman. So in this first interview, what we'll do is understand a bit more about the general context of WeBuild as an organisation, and also a bit more about John's role as the Non-Executive Chair of the organisation as well. So welcome John, great to see you as always. The first question I have for you is, can you tell me a bit about yourself and your current role at WeBuild?
Hi Josh, and thanks very much for inviting me along to the series of interviews. To answer your question, the last 20 years of my full-time career was spent at IBM, where I did a variety of different jobs at global and European level, focusing on public sector and also emerging technology development. Whilst I was at IBM, I also had the pleasure of acting as non-executive director of, and latterly chair of the Farnborough College. And since IBM, I've actually had the pleasure of teaching at both Leeds University Business School and Salford Universities. I've actually published 3 books and I consult on digital transformation and strategy. I'm also non-executive director of WeBuild, and I spend about 3 days a month with them.
Thanks, John. And so we've established that you're a non-executive chair at the organisation. But what does a non-executive chair actually do, and how long have you been doing this for WeBuild specifically?
Well, that's a really good question. My role is to maximise board effectiveness through a combination of facilitation, long-term focus, and engendering governance excellence within the organisation. This involves encouragement and challenge in more or less equal measures. We've got a small board at WeBuild. It comprises Seth, our CEO, our finance director, Sophie, and our operations director, Vijay. They're supported by a larger senior leadership team, which we refer to as the SLT. This includes 5 regional operations managers. As non-executive chair, I provide an external perspective, combining challenge with support in pretty much equal measures. But interestingly, I've got the same legal responsibilities as an executive director. I've been with WeBuild for around 12 months, and my interests are sustainability, strategy, and digital transformation. All of these are directly relevant to WeBuild, and I really need to watch myself in that the board and the SLT must own these initiatives. I'm there as a sounding board and critical friend, and to help them progress.
Thanks, John. So I'd like to dig down into the detail of WeBuild a little bit more as an organisation. First of all, what are the senior leadership team like to work with? And second, who are your main competitors? So who are those other organisations that you're looking out for in terms of what they're doing and perhaps how you need to react as an organisation too?
Yeah, they're a great group to work with, all really passionate about their role as a building contractor and always up for a challenge. The organisation's actually acquired 4 regional companies over the past 4 years, resulting in different ways of working, reflected by disjointed systems and processes. For example, we've got different ways of fitting a bathroom across our different regional operations, and many of the systems that we have are still paper-based. Under Seth's leadership, we're determined to consolidate and streamline the business to support further aggressive growth. The organisation still feels like a family business, and our shareholders are all family members spanning 3 generations. This engenders an all-in-it-together mindset, but the stakeholders, shareholders, consistently set the organisation challenging goals. On the point of competition, we actually compete with organisations like Novus Property Solutions or Hankington Whittle, also headquartered in the Midlands and north of England.
That's very insightful, John. So what are WeBuild's current circumstances, and why is it the case the organisation's embarking on this strategy and transformation project now?
Yeah, again, a really good question, Josh. I would actually describe WeBuild as really have outgrown the small to medium enterprise categorization. We've started on an aggressive scale-up, part of our growth journey, which is necessary to deliver the shareholders' grand challenge of doubling their returns within a 5-year period. WeBuild have never had a long-term strategy before now. The leadership really worry about how to attain next year's budget when September comes round. But we're convinced that there's much scope for sustainability and efficiency improvement through the smart use of digital technology. And we also know that clarity of strategic intent must come first, hence the push for a strategic management project right now.
So what are the WeBuild leadership team's future aspirations, John?
Yes, in short, rising to the stakeholders' grand challenge. We see the next 5 years as combining the need for consolidation and homogenization with aggressive growth. We need to get our culture and systems best practice across all regional locations, looking to use common processes, like going back to my example earlier on bathroom installation, and also removing paper-based systems, which all drives towards gaining efficiencies through the smart use of digital technology, both internally within our organisation and also at the customer interface. Both are equally as important. Looking into sustainability and energy minimisation is also key to us as we execute the strategy. The board will certainly need to grow to support these aggressive plans, and we also may add a couple more non-executive directors or board advisors as needed in the growth journey.
Thanks everyone for listening. I hope this gives you some initial information about John's role and WeBuild as an organisation, and we'll be back in a few weeks' time for interview number 2. Thank you.